Sagittarius, and welcome to your November 2017. Oh, it's not November, it's December. This is your December reading. It's still the month of November for me, but I want to get these videos out early. So it's your December reading. It's your birthday month, so happy birthday, Saggies. It's the end of the year, right? So oh my gosh, I just cannot believe it. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all you guys. Even though you probably see this video way before then, but whatever, you know, 'tis the season. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the reading. And yeah, if I remember to tell you guys anything else, then I'll hit you at the end. All right, Sagittarius, so let's go ahead and get into this 10-card spread. First card is going to represent your current, present energy. And you have the Star card. Next card is going to represent what's crossing you or what your challenge is for this month. And that is the Eight of Cups in reverse. Next card represents the past energy, what you're coming out of. And that is the Six of Swords. Next card represents your future energy. That's the Ten of Wands. All right, next card represents what you want. And you've got the Hanged Man. Okay. Next card represents your internal factors. And you have the Nine of Cups. Next card represents the advice for this reading. And it's the Page of Cups in the reverse. Next card represents external factors. Ooh, you've got the Moon in reverse. Next card represents your hopes or your fears. You've got the Ace of Swords. Next card represents your outcome for this reading, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's go ahead and get started with this current energy, the Star card, okay? So the Star card is the card of star-crossed lovers, right? This is the card of people who were destined to be together. If, you know, this is a card that, like, your partner looks at you and you fill them up with love, okay? They see you as, like, the purest representation of love, something along those lines. But they have, when they see you, it's very positive thoughts, okay? It's a very positive card. Now, you have to be patient when we see this card because there tends to be not delay, but maybe like little stumbling blocks or obstacles that you have to overcome in order to get to that, you know, soulmate type of an ending. All right. If this is not that, then for some of you, this represents an Aquarius. All right. Let me go ahead and clarify this current energy. And we've got the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor represents being in control, right? This represents balancing your logic in your mind, your logic and your emotions, I should say. Okay, so if this is your energy, this is saying basically with the Star card that maybe you know, your patience needs to come in the form of balancing your emotions, okay? Using your logic more than your heart. For others, this can represent that maybe, you know, you have a soulmate type situation going on with an Aries right now. Or that an Aries sees you in this manner, okay? And this can also be an older person, okay? An older person. So, you know, crossing all of this positive energy that we have here is the Eight of Cups in the reverse, okay? So your challenge with the Eight of Cups in the reverse is, this is a card of returning to a person or a situation that you walked away from, okay? This is the card of fixing a relationship that you want to leave because there's more there. So for some of you, maybe, you know, you have a situation where you're with your partner and you may, even though, you know, you have this great connection with them, either you've just returned to this person, you want to return to this person, or you were thinking about leaving this person, but obviously, you know, if they're your soulmate, if this is your destiny, then it's just about you balancing out these emotions, stabilizing the situation, and moving forward. Okay? I'll go ahead and clarify this crossing card, and we get the Ace of Wands. All right, so the Ace of Wands represents a new spark, okay? It could be a spark in an old relationship, okay? Maybe you were going to leave or you wanted to walk away, but there's this spark here, all right? That's making you consider working on things. Also, excuse me, this can represent, this can represent energy, just a boost of energy into the situation. Maybe that's what you guys needed. All right. For others, like I said, you have a spark to go back to somebody. Okay. Moving on to your past energy, you have the Six of Swords. So in the past, you moved away from someone in order to heal, okay? Or you moved away from a relationship or period in your relationship where things were stagnant, okay? Now, moving on to your future, we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands represents burdens, represents struggles, possible arguments. All right, this represents feeling overwhelmed. This represents that one of the partners is putting in more time and effort than the other, putting in more work than the other. Okay, go ahead and clarify. And we get the Empress in the reverse. All right, so this is a situation where it's almost like, either you don't feel like your partner is as attractive to you as they once were, or vice versa. All right. Or your partner is neglecting your needs. So maybe you feel like you're putting in all this work and your partner is not. And they're also not, paying attention to your needs and your emotions. All right. There is no nurturing going on in that situation in the future. This can also indicate that you suddenly have multiple people interested in you in the future. All right, Sagittarius. So for some of you, this can indicate just a stressful time in a relationship, maybe a loss of attraction, a loss of that nurturing connection. For others, this represents that, you have multiple people who just suddenly are like banging down your door. All righty. Let me see. Also, with this Empress in reverse, okay? This Empress in reverse and this Ten of Wands can sometimes also indicate like almost like a single mom, okay? So for some of my Sagittarius, maybe a situation where, if the relationship does not work out, right? Or if things are not in the best shape, it's almost like, you're left to take care of the kids alone, okay? Or you're struggling to take care of these children alone. Or even if you're the dad, you could be the dad, and you're the only person in this situation. So even if that other person's around, you still kind of feel like a single parent because you have all the burdens of this relationship falling on you, okay? What you want in this reading is the Hanged Man. So for some of my Saggies, you want a Pisces, okay? For others, you want a break from the relationship, all right? Or you want to let go of someone that you can't have, okay? The Hangman represents someone who, needs to let go of someone who is like unattainable, right? That elusive partner. And so with the Star card, okay, sometimes the Star card can indicate a situation where maybe you have a crush or you have a thing for somebody, but that person either does not feel the same way or they haven't noticed you yet. Okay, so maybe that's the situation. Maybe you have this Pisces person that, you have a thing for, but they're not reciprocating for whatever reason. Maybe they're not able to, and you want to let go of that situation. All right, and for others, it's the exact opposite. There's a Pisces that you want, okay? And it's like a dream, okay? It would be a dream for you to be with that person, or a dream for you. For others, it's like you're content right now, okay? So, this is a good situation. For others, you're happy with the fact that you've gone back to this person that, either looks at you as a soulmate or you look at them as a soulmate. You're happy with this Emperor. You're happy being the Emperor, all right? You're happy and content with this new spark of energy, all right? Now, the thing with the Emperor is they do tend to be controlling. All right, so if this is your energy, because I'm trying to see where all this like positive energy and this, good stuff going on right here, you know, maybe this is like an on again, off again type situation if it's a continuation, because here it was like moving away from stagnation. Here there's a new spark. There's either returning to a situation or staying in a situation that you wanted to leave. So clearly that indicates that there were some difficulties. And then looking into the future, it seems like those difficulties are at a high. So for you to be so content right now, it's like I wonder what has happened or what's gonna happen to change that. But let's go ahead and maybe, the external factors and the outcome will give us some more information, because I do see something here. So, yeah, this represents contentment. This also represents kind of smugness. So if you are the controlling one in the situation, it's almost like, yeah, I'm getting my way. You're kind of like, yeah, I got it. Or you're internally driven by always getting your way or always getting your wish, and I've said this in certain videos for Sag, is that sometimes you guys do tend to get lucky and things do tend to fall in your favor. But if can you just expect that to happen all the time? No, I don't think so. Not without you putting in some type of effort, okay? While some of us can live charmed and magical lives, at some point we all have to put in a certain amount of effort, right? All right, so moving on to the advice card for the reading, you get the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this is telling you that you need to get a hold of your emotions, like seriously, okay? You need to quit with any emotional outbursts. If you're having them, you need to quit with the temper tantrums. You need to quit maybe being delusional in your love situation. Okay, control your emotional responses. It's not so much that you need to control your emotions, it's how you respond. All right, this is also saying that you need to use common sense and try not to repress your feelings to the point where you are having outbursts. Okay, because sometimes, Sagittarius, that can happen. You tamp it down, you hold it in, you hold it in, you hold it in, and then all of a sudden you're exploding, okay? And that fiery temper just like, unleashes all over the place. So with the Page of Cups, it's saying, you kind of want to temper that a little bit. All right. Now, moving on to the external factor, you have the Moon in reverse. So with the Moon in reverse, that represents that secrets may be revealed very soon. Secrets are going to be exposed very soon. This can indicate deception, all right? So your partner could be deceiving you. I just saw something. I have the Empress next to the Ace of Wands. So for some of you, this could indicate a pregnancy. All right, this could indicate a pregnancy, or maybe you return to a partner because of a pregnancy. For some, not for everybody. Because Ace of Wands, it represents a card, a possible, sparks, pregnancy, things like that. And the Empress in reverse, of course, the Empress represents the mother. So in the reverse, that's where that whole single mom, single dad thing came into play. All right. So if you are either of those, in the future, it looks like you're going to have some, I mean, certain people look at it as a struggle. For others, you love your children, okay? And taking care of your children is just part of your life. You had them, so you have to take care of them. So where you may not consider it a burden, if you're doing it alone, that's really what it is, because it takes two to create a child. So if you wind up in a situation where only one person's putting in that effort, that is not fair, okay? And you will feel overwhelmed and feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulder. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this external, this external factors position, and we've got the Devil. Okay, Sagittarius. So for some of you, you are in a toxic situation, whether you know it or not, whether you've acknowledged it or not. You might not know it. Okay, the Devil and the Moon in reverse is a very, very toxic combination. It's not a good combination, because either somebody's being very deceptive, or somebody is fearful of somebody is scared of, either somebody is scared of you, okay, and maybe it's because of your emotional outbursts, okay, that the advice is telling you that you need to get control of. So they're actually like afraid to tell you things or afraid to reveal things to you because of your emotional responses. All right, for others, that's your environment. You're in an environment where maybe, you're having these emotional outbursts because of this toxic environment that you are in. Okay, for others, this can indicate that, maybe some secrets will be revealed and they involve Capricorn. Okay, so it may not be anything too sinister if the person is a Capricorn, but if the person's not a Capricorn, then this is just a really heavy, scary, toxic situation, possibly even violent. So please be careful, with the way we express ourselves and the way we express our anger. Okay, this Ace of Wands, this spark of energy, this spark of passion, sometimes passion, too much passion, can lead to jealousy and anger in certain situations, especially if we have someone who's controlling or if we're controlling. So we just want to be careful with that. Because in the future, you fear the Ace of Swords in the reverse, okay? And that represents lack of communication. That represents possible infidelity. The Ace of Swords could possibly be a divorce, confusion, manipulation, lies. Okay, so it's like maybe whatever you guys moved away from here in this past position, you are fearing that in the future that's going to return. Or if you're in this toxic situation, then basically that you might even know you're being deceived, or you might even feel, but I have to take a step back because I'm looking at this Nine of Cups. And for you to be emotionally content right now, then maybe, I hate to say it, but this could be that your partner is the one who sees you in this way, okay? Your partner may see you as being deceptive, or, they're afraid of your emotional outbursts, okay? Because you're content. You're content. You're feeling like the emperor, all right? We've got this spark of positive energy here. So, Sagittarius, I feel like, your energy, what's coming from your energy in this reading, other than this future here right now, is that you're satisfied with the way things are right now. But maybe your partner is not. Okay, maybe your partner isn't, and for whatever reason, they see you as someone who is a manipulator. They see someone who they are tied to. They see you as someone who they can't, they're walking on eggshells around because they're afraid to communicate with you because of possible outbursts. And so, Sag, please, if this is not your situation, okay, this is just not your situation. I'm not sitting here telling you that all Sagittariuses are in this situation, but there are some people who are in a situation like this, or some of my cross watchers are in a situation like this with a Sagittarius. So if this does not apply to you, please, you don't have to take any of this message, or just take the parts of the message that are working for you. So if right now you're having a positive spark and everything is good and you're content, that might be the only part of this message that applies to you. You might want a Pisces. That might be the only part of this message that applies to you. Someone may be pregnant. That may be the only part of this message. You don't have to try to fit all of this to you if part of it applies, because all of this may not be. It's because it's a general reading. So I want to say that, especially because the reading is going in this direction, but somebody needed to hear this, okay? Someone needs to hear this part of it, or someone who is dealing with the Sagittarius needs to hear this part of it. All right, so if this, like I said, I don't want you guys to be like, no, I'm not a bad guy, it's my partner. Okay, it could be your partner, but I can't discount the fact that there may be a Sagittarius who reacts, in a abrasive manner, maybe even a physically violent manner when they get upset, and this is how their partner feels about them. Because clearly right now, you're feeling contentment. If this was in the reverse, then I could see maybe, you got what you got to be careful what you wish for. You got something that you didn't expect. But right now, you're content. So I'm thinking that because of this is the external environment, this is how your partner is seeing you. Okay? Or, like I said, maybe some of you don't know yet that your partner is being so deceptive. All right. But like I said, because your advice is to control your emotional responses, and this indicates that somebody is afraid of somebody, it could be you. Maybe they're afraid to even, tell you the truth, and that's why you're afraid of more lies, because they're just afraid to communicate with you because you might have an outburst. All right. Now, moving on to the outcome of the reading, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So that represents being frustrated, things not quite working out as you expected, feeling like the relationship is a lot of work, or feeling like it's not going anywhere. All right. So that ties in with this Ten of Wands feeling and this Empress in reverse. Okay. Maybe you got what you wanted, but this is a situation where be careful what you wish for. All right. You wished for this situation, Saggy. You wished for this, or you wish to return back to somebody who you feel like possibly is your soulmate, or somebody who, it could be a person who looks at you that way. You may not even think about this person, because if you're so smug about this situation, it's almost like you've got somebody who thinks everything of you, who thinks the world of you, okay? And you may be able to control that person because of these feelings that they have for you. All right. So maybe, you moved on from the situation before because it was stagnant, but for some, there might be, it might be pregnancy that brings this person back or brings you guys back together. Or, if you wanted to leave the situation, it may be that you've stayed to try to work things out because of, this possible pregnancy. For some of you guys, okay? So you'll know if that's you or not. Very clear. All right. But yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, this contentment and this wish that you feel like you got at some point is going to turn into a burden. So this is definitely be careful what you wish for, okay? So internally, you're wishing for something that may not even be good for you, because clearly the external factor in this situation is there's a lot of deception. There's a lot of darkness going on, whether it's known or whether it's hidden. All right. So if you're hiding that, or if your partner is hiding that, that's very scary. But that definitely is going to damage things going forward. I'm going to pull another card for the outcome. The Sun in reverse. Okay. So some of you, your partner might be a Leo. And I think in the November Sagittarius reading, let me see, do I have it written down? Sorry, this is like the first time I'm doing this in a reading, going back to my previous readings, but Sagittarius, was there a Leo in your reading last time? Yeah, your outcome had a Leo. Okay, the outcome was the Wheel of Fortune, and then you, things like, you felt like you were destined to be with a Leo, or things turned around for you in a Leo. So something has happened between you and this Leo now, where the outcome for December is you're feeling like this Leo. So basically you wished for this situation, you wished for this Leo, and now it's like, oh, this is more than I expected, or this is not what I expected at all. This is a lot of work. Okay, so for some of you, like I said, maybe this pregnancy is unexpected. Okay, and so therefore that changes things. Okay, maybe you wanted to, be with this person, but ooh, for others, maybe things have fallen apart with this Leo because of this unexpected pregnancy with someone else, maybe. All right, so maybe it's a situation where you did get the Leo because that's what you wanted, but for some of you, this is not everybody, this is just someone. But maybe this pregnancy is not part of that particular relationship. It's not part of this relationship. And that's where things fall apart for you and the Leo, okay? Maybe it was a secret, okay? Maybe somebody kept this pregnancy a secret for some time. Or maybe this is about to be revealed at some point in the month, okay? So if that's the case for anybody, I would love, love, love to know in the comments. For others of you, There's no baby involved. Okay. For others of you, it's just a situation where you've bitten off more than you can chew with this person. For others, it may be that there's just someone else that you know, have feelings for, or maybe they have feelings for, that, you know, there's secrets here. Obviously there is secrets here, there's deception here. So if your partner is the one that was deceiving you, Sagittarius, then yeah, at the end of this situation, you know, maybe your partner is the one that has a child coming from somewhere else, and that's your challenge. Even though you feel like this situation and this person is for you, your challenge is to stay and make things work because of this unexpected news of a pregnancy elsewhere. All right, so that's if you're a female. Maybe your partner, you know, maybe you guys got back together, or maybe you guys had you know, some troubles and you worked it out, but this unexpected pregnancy that they have on the outside, that you either just found out about or that you're going to find out about, causes friction with you guys going forward. Man. And you need a break, okay? You may want to take a break. For some. So for some who this is, you know, be careful what you wish for. You may be realizing that, you know, you're going to realize that you bit off more than you can chew with this situation. For others, you wish, you know, you want a Pisces, or you're wishing for a Pisces. Maybe you even want to go back to a situation with a Pisces. But with this Emperor here in the, you know, the present energy, and the Devil and the Moon, you know, I just feel like it is a situation where somebody is just very controlling in this situation. Somebody is very controlling in this situation. Somebody is controlling this. And so maybe, you know, it is more than you know, expected. Maybe the Leo is the one that lied to you. There's so many ways that this could go. These December readings are like, I've only done 2 so far, but so far there's a lot. There's a lot of things that are being exposed. There's a lot of toxic bonds that are being tested, that are being revealed, that are, you know, definitely, like, I think because it's the holidays and emotions always run high around that time, maybe that's why the Devil is just like, you know, because people tend to break down around the holidays also. Okay, people do tend to break down around the holidays. So it, you know, that does happen. That could be what this is all about. You know, maybe the holidays are emotional for some of you, and, you know, maybe you don't have the best memories attached to it. And so, you know, maybe, you know, issues from your past that you thought that you moved on from hit you real hard come holiday time. I know that happens for a lot of people. I've seen it happen. I know people every holiday that it's like, where they go, you don't even hear from them. Or if you do hear from them, they're like, you know, they're there, but it's like they would rather be anywhere else. I know people who stay in bed all day on Christmas. Everyone's jumping up, opening presents, and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to stay in the bed. I'm not getting involved with this. So that could be the situation for some of you here. All right, Sagittarius. So if any part of this reading resonates for you and some of it doesn't, and you want more clarity on your particular situation, go ahead and contact me. We can set up a reading for you, because I can see that this would definitely be, this is a lot of moving parts in this reading. So you know, it may not necessarily be that all of this reading is it's not a one size fits all, right? So some of it, you know, if you're having a good time, if your situation is improving, then only a piece of this reading is going to apply to you. It's the piece where you guys have come back together and you're working on fixing things. Even the pregnancy might be a good thing for some of you. For others, it's unexpected. For others, it's a secret that you guys don't even know about yet. So, you know, try to have honest communication with your partners, but try to control. It's hard for people to be honest with you if you're always overreacting to situations, right? It's hard for people to be honest with you if they know when they tell you something, you're going to break down. So while it's easy to say, I'm not saying it like, oh, Sagittarius, get yourself together, but just be mindful, and we all have to be more mindful of how we react to other people, because everybody is, everyone has free will. So we can't just assume that we're going to react to a situation in a certain way that negatively affects someone, and they're going to deal with it all the time just because they love us, or just because, we've got them in a situation, or we feel like the situation is in a place where we're happy and content with it, but, the other person may not be happy and content at all. All right, guys. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Love to hear from you guys. All right. Bye, Saggies.